Hello everyone, welcome back to part two of the video for creating and validating a cluster in EKS for AWS using eksctl. So when I ended the first video, I had kicked off a command to create the cluster, and let's see how long it took. I started at 11:50, it ended at 12:07, so it was a little faster this time. It only took 17 minutes. By the way, Google only takes 10. So in this case, AWS is definitely behind the curve. So anyway, it is done. So let's go back to the next step. We did that. Now we're just gonna run a command that will verify the cluster exists. And notice it gives you if you don't give it a name, Amazon gives a name for you with combining two words with some numbers and whatnot. So that's that. One great thing about this eksctl tool is it automatically adds the configs into your kube config file, which is used by kubectl. So I don't have to take any extra step to run kubectl commands against these clusters. For example, I should be able to do kgets nodes. Yep, the two nodes that we talked about. And I can also do pods, but there are no pods in the default namespace, so I could do kget all in all namespaces. That tells me all the things that are running in kube system namespace and whatnot. The pods, the whatever are there by default, right? I should be able to run a pod. Run nginx -- image equals nginx. Yep. And now if I do kpod, I should see one pod. I don't know why it's pending. It's interesting that it's pending. Okay, describe is what you run to see what's happening with this pods or almost anything. Oh, so these nodes by default are tainted, so that's why we couldn't schedule a pod on those nodes, but that's for another day. All right, so anyways, the cluster is created. We can validate things. Now we delete the cluster. So again, we take advantage of the eksctl tool that Amazon gives us for free from a third party. And we need to give it the name. And that will, actually I need the name here, kick off the process for deletion of the cluster. And last time when I ran this, it took about 8 minutes. I'm not going to wait around for that. So in this part of the video, we confirm that we can see the cluster, we can see the resources in the cluster, and we can delete the cluster. So, all right, I will see you in the next Kubernetes video. This was part 2 of EKS.